Welcome back to Sonic Frontiers. I have no energy, but neither does Sonic, so it works out.
He's a tired boy. Shit, what was the explanation you came up with before? Why is he tired again?
uh, Breakthrough It All was playing really loudly on the Wyvern's body,
Oh,
and
yeah. Shit, we just spent the entirety of the last part just gushing about Breakthrough It All.
yeah. Now we
Time
don't
well
get
spent.
any. Now we don't get any metal songs. This part, we just get a lot of. We get a lot of Gray Island.
That's okay, I'm just gonna turn off the volume for this part and just start listening to music. I'll get my
Why?
metal that way.
I like the I like having another quote unquote lava level, but why did they decide to make 90% of this area just gray?
Because it's volcanic ash.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
also all the platforms in this area are black cuz that's the platforms they use in every freaking open zone. And then you got the gray stoned ruins and
You should have put up a counter every time the camera gets locked in place.
oh god, that would be in the hundreds by the end of this part alone. Because
It'd be
this
like me making
level.
a jiggle counter for some JRPGs.
Okay, well, see that's more realistic. Well, actually,
I
that's
don't know if you've
it's
seen
less
some of
realistic.
these anime games, man.
Never mind. But yeah. Anyways, this is the worst island. Do we agree
uh,
on that, or because
Maybe
I
after we play through Aranos, because I remember
we
that
don't
one getting
remember.
pretty egregious too.
See, that one's
But that
shorter.
one I think was more because of how many tokens I had to collect. I think this was just annoying because of navigation. Oranos is at least a lot easier to
Shit.
navigate.
Shit.
Oh, you saved it.
Yeah. And
Drop
now I'm
dash for
like,
the win.
gotta do the platforming section again. Let's go. Yeah, this is the open zone. Well, there were some in both Chronos and Ares. This one really goes ham with the 2D sections. This is the Sonic Colors open zone that we all never wanted.
I mean, I don't think the two C sections are that bad. There's just so many. Is the problem.
yeah.
And when you have that many in rapid succession, you really start seeing the flaws, and it's hard to discern them because a lot of them are pretty similar.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I ever faced this boss.
This is
I don't think
the
I killed this one once. I think at this point, I got really tired of a lot of the bosses just appearing, and I just ignored a
uh-huh.
lot of them. You
This one's
kept getting
cool.
all the necessary gears through anything else.
This one's the a cool encounter initially because it's got this cool theme and you're
I
skydiving
like the
towards
music.
it. Yeah. Homing attack going where you don't want it to.
I like that you
Classic.
can homing attack in the sky, though. That's kind of cool. That
Yeah.
reminds me of Asteroid Coaster from Against Sonic Colors.
but this is actually tutorial for one of the later freaking missions.
Nice. Nice reference, please.
No, it's not a damn Knights reference. It's a
God
Sonic
damn it, I
3
was
and
just playing through
Knuckles.
Adventure, and I want more nice references.
It's a Sonic 3 and Knuckles reference. They just stole the code from the Sonic Forces Death Egg loopy
Is Knights just one giant Sonic 3 and Knuckles reference, then?
Yes. It's one it's one big Death Egg Zone reference. Specifically.
I like that. In our recent playthrough of Death Egg Zone, we found out there was a hell of a lot more depth to it, so you know what? I'll take that.
yeah. So yeah, right now I'm kind of just like collecting as much shit as I can cuz like Ares, you need a lot of tokens, a lot of gears.
Yeah.
Uh
I gotta
it's
say... Oh, sorry.
Nah, I was just gonna say.
Oh.
Oh, this level is also the worst with having to platform on the random background objects.
They don't feel that way, yeah. I think you were commenting about the color of this area before. I
Uh-huh.
think it looks hell of a lot better in the day. Because
Like
at
right
night,
now while
when
it's
it's
raining.
dark, it's way worse. I mean, earlier when there was some sunlight.
Oh, I just remembered the sunlight. It's a thing. Later,
You were just in a desert.
This is part 5, though. You have to wait till part 7 for the sun to fall. Yeah, fuck you, bird. I hate these bird enemies. They follow you everywhere.
You can fly on them.
Yeah, I know.
Which is cool. I thought you had to get over to an area once with one. So I knocked it down, was getting ready to fly, and then I don't know what happened, but I fucked it up. And then found out there was a legitimate way to get across there. But it was like, for a while I was pretty stumped thinking like, oh, I have to ride this somewhere.
Oh yeah, did you?
It kind
of
feels like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Did you notice how? Sorry to cut you off, but did you notice how I couldn't go into the cyberspace portal? It was because the bird was still aggroed on me, and I was on the other side of the building. The bird's stupid.
That's annoying.
You know what?
You're still not going into that portal. I see.
I agree with you now. Looking at the I wasn't locked to the 2D section. Good game, but I agree with you now. Looking at the level with the daytime and looking off in the distance, I think right here I saw a clip of this before the game came out. Before we even knew there was a lava level, and like I saw like a 1/2 second clip of it, and I was really excited for this. And on my first playthrough. It's kind of a similar story with Ares. On my first playthrough, I really liked this level. But later playthroughs, I was just like, why do they keep forcibly locking me into 2D sections all over the damn place? Stop!
Yeah. This place is a giant donut.
Yeah. It's like 2 donuts. Like, it's like a donut and a half. Which is weird.
Something like that.
It kind of made me think the entire opens like when I initially saw that clip with the 2D section, it kind of made me think the entire open zone was just going to be one really long 2D section. like the hub world and Generations, but as a level.
That would be awful. That's one of the problems I have with Sonic Chrono Adventure is I like the idea of a Sonic Metroidvania, but then you quickly realize that Sonic style levels are not good to try and navigate through when you're trying to get to a set location. And it's kind of the same problem I have with the with finding the special stages in Advance 2. Is trying to navigate these levels to a specific area is a nightmare. That's why, there's so many different special rings, so you can miss some and get them. Yeah. Get all the emeralds still. Yeah. Just a random tangent.
I mean, it's kind of the same here. Like, if they decided to make a full Metroidvania open zone level with, like, 2D and everything, technically, you don't need to play all the cyberspace stages to get all the emeralds. It's like the same.
Are you not gonna Lightspeed Dash?
I think I was trying to, and it wasn't doing it for whatever reason. Huh. Sonic Frontiers likes to do that with your controls sometimes.
What's control? A control is needed. It is optional.
Yeah, pretty much. This level also has a problem with, like, you need to get on a specific rail to go to specific islands that are separated from the open zone area. And yeah. Oh, that one actually gave us tokens. Yes. It's gonna feel like I'm meandering a lot, but trust me, I need to do all this to
you're collecting the tokens. I get it.
Yeah. This is like the gameplay loop in a nutshell.
Yeah, to talk about the lighting more on this, if it's daylight with no clouds out and just bright, I think this island looks great. But literally, whenever there's clouds or it's at night, it's just too gray. But having a blue sky really helps it contrast.
I want to go with that, because it is cloudy right now. I hate the rain effect in this game. It looks so terrible. Like, it just makes a bunch of white pixels. Lazy. It makes a bunch of white pixels on the ground and around objects. And it looks gross. It made my recording for the part 1 especially look really bad because it's always started off raining.
I don't want to hear that kind of an insult towards rain effects. That was the first rain effect I ever made in a game. There's just something like that. I don't even think the rain fell. They would just kind of appear at like static and would just randomly pop in on the screen. I was like, oh, this looks fine enough.
It looks good enough.
Coding. I tried making a first-person game like that. It was interesting.
Yeah, just look at Sonic when he's like... You can just see a bunch of white pixels on his body.
Mm-hmm.
It looks awful. It makes it look staticky.
I will have to send you... Maybe I'll put this in the Discord or something while this is going, but you should look up the rain effects from the Final Fantasy 13-2 PC port on Steam.
I am intrigued. Not right now, though. Sonic is parrying things.
You have to get a mod to fix it, but it's something.
Makes me so happy that gaming technology is now at a point where, like, rain specifically looks gorgeous. Like, in a lot of games. Like, even in, like, some older games, like, Super Mario 3D World has some great looking rain effects. Project 06 does too.
I do like the music on Chaos Island, especially this first track. It's nice and chill.
Yeah, you
a little
said
sad. Fits the volcano aesthetic pretty well.
Yeah, you said Ares was your favorite island theme. I think this one has my favorite island theme.
Yeah, other than Rhea Island, but Rhea Island is just a stage theme.
Yeah, it's an exception. And yeah, with a new island means everything's a lot stronger. Though oddly enough, these red guys are a lot easier to take on than the annoying ass Ares Island soldiers that just shield every 2 seconds. These guys don't really do that. They block like the ninja does, but that's easy to get around.
Yeah, it doesn't damage you like the shield.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me wish you could just quick loop any enemy. That would be a lot snappier for combat. I mean, though it kind of break it, but
you can. You just have to have your meter filled. That loop meter on the right filled. You also have to homing attack them first, but then they also have this thing where for some reason after you quick loop and you want a homing attack, Sonic will just target a completely different enemy than the one you just quick looped. Because this game is good, we swear.
I like it at least, but my opinion doesn't matter.
Cyberspace. What level is this? I don't remember. You can't really tell until you played it which one is which. But because this level has a lot of 2D sections, this has mostly 2D cyberspace. Except this one. It's Green Forest.
Ah, another SA2 level. This one wasn't as fun, but
I still liked seeing it. They even kept the Ancient Light upgrade, like, secret area.
I like how they had to put a rail in there.
Yeah.
To get it to work, because you can't turn as well as you can in SA2. What the fuck?
Actually, those rails were there in the original game.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to rely on them more here.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like
these turn as smooth. That's like the best part of SA2's control is how smoothly you can turn.
Same with Sonic
Like
Adventure.
if SA1 had that type of turning, I'd be like, oh man, that would be perfect. But
I did it again.
Okay, you keep jumping out of it.
I keep jumping because I'm trying to freaking, I don't know, turn around the corner faster.
Also, that homing attack chain is not as satisfying as it is in SA2.
Yeah, because the homing attack in this game is so slow. I hate it. Get the fuck out of my way, Egg Robos. But yeah, right behind here is the Ancient Light upgrade area. They kept the little platform in there for no reason. It's kind of fun.
They could have put like some hidden cocoa or something in here. I think that would have been nice.
Something.
Since these levels are so expansive sometimes, and have so many routes you can take. But most of them don't matter because they don't have the red rings, and the times are so generous.
Yeah,
there's no reason to take them.
The red rings,
like even just some cocoa being around so you can level up would be just so nice.
The red rings are also always just on the main path in this.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of wish, like, that's something I do really like about the Colors era games, was hunting for red rings. I think that's a really fun side activity to get 100% in Sonic games.
Yeah.
This game doesn't really have that.
I know some people get mad when you lock them on alternate paths that you can't get to and that you can't get all of them in one playthrough, but like you're gonna be replaying the game a lot.
Yeah, that's the whole point of Sonic.
I guess it's more of a problem if you like to replay the game as a whole instead of just individual levels, but as someone who only replays individual levels, I find that kind of design to be perfect and a great way to keep me coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I don't find the hot dog missions and Unleash as egregious, or having 4 playthroughs of Sonic Heroes required. I'm like, yeah, bring it on. I want this.
See, I don't know. Like, I think when it forces you, because like the red rings are always optional. When it forces you to have extra content to pad the game out, like 4 extra playthroughs or whatever, then that's when I kind of draw the line, personally. Like, I like when Sonic games are long, but I don't like feeling like I'm being forced to do things, you know?
Yeah. I will say Heroes is very excessive with it, and so is Shadow, but at least it was only bad there. At least in Silver, in Sonic 06, they're different playstyles.
Yeah. And that's like why I like they are padding, like, let's be real, but I'd consider like the alternate play styles in like SA1 and 2 less like padding and than like just 4 separate playthroughs of basically the same game like Heroes has.
And that's why Heroes still has the road record for the most platforming characters in one game. Because everyone realized afterwards, oh, there's a reason you don't do that.
I mean, to be fair, it is just the same playstyle 4 times.
I know. I don't think it should count. I think it.
Yeah.
Would it be SA1 then? Or
well,
is there games with more?
6. SA2 has 6.
Okay, the SA2 doesn't count. That's just 3 styles, so that's in the same category as Heroes.
True.
So, like, would it be SA1 since that has 6 unique characters?
06? 06 has 9 unique characters.
I guess.
They're like kind of.
I don't know.
Some of them were like really bad, but like it does have 9 unique characters.
But you barely touch them. Huh.
Yeah, but they are
it's
there.
Just hard to justify.
They did put them in the game though, so I would count
it. All right, then I guess 06 gets the award.
It
Fuck
gets
you,
something.
Heroes, once again.
It got something other than music. Good for 06. What am I doing?
It has a good JP dub.
It also, you know what? 06, all of its flaws, it does the multiple playable characters thing, right? They all kind of play.
Characters all worked, yes.
They all play the same, basically the same, with their own abilities, just like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah.
I think you're still on that P06 high, but sure.
No, even the original 06 has that. It's like, at least you don't have to...
I guess with Sonic's nerfed running speed, yeah. I guess Silver is almost on the same level of speed of Sonic.
Yeah. He's got the little air dash.
You're like that one person who actually uses it.
Hold on, Tails, I'll save you. 2 seconds later, saves you.
Screw you, Tails.
The cutscenes on this island seem like lower quality to me.
Is that even possible?
Yes. Like, some of these scenes feel like a mix between like the actually fully animated scenes and the like stock animation scenes.
I'm sure I've said this in a previous part, but I really, really wish they would just do either visual novel cutscenes and just use cheap 2D sprites, or just do what Nier Automata did, and for any non-significant cutscene, just keep it in the game and just have them talk.
Dude, if they did like more stylized 3D Sonic game in the future, I'd totally be down for like DS era styled cutscenes where it's just like voice acting and dialogue with character like portraits and like character
visual novel
artwork.
Visual novel style.
Yeah, just do that. Yeah, do that and have it be like Yuji Uekawa artwork.
You can get pretty in depth with some of those, like having different character poses and such. Like I just started playing Muv-Luv, and that even has lip syncing on the characters too.
Yeah,
so you can get really in depth with it, and be it a heck of a lot easier to do. Probably, I can't fully tell because I'm not a cinematic person. Than this, because these are just bad.
Give Yuji Uekawa more work. He needs it. He draws like one Sonic picture a year.
I didn't even know he was still drawing stuff for Sonic.
It's mainly stuff for the Sonic channel. Like he does all the monthly wallpapers and stuff.
Oh, wait, did he do the artwork with Shadow and Maria in school?
I think so. I don't think they were in school. I think they were just in the arc.
They were doing something together, and it was cute as fuck. That was the point. I like that.
I think that was Yuji Uekawa. It looks like Yuji Uekawa style.
I know for it didn't take long for Naoto Oshima to even stop doing art, because I was looking at the credits for SA1, and all I could find him on there for was cinematic director, specifically the pre-rendered cutscenes, the 2 in the game.
There's a few.
Okay, there's like 3 versions of Eggman's ship blowing up. There's the opening, and then there's the flooding, and that's it.
There's Eggman's ship taking off.
Point is, why did they bother?
And also,
they were clearly inspired by Square Enix with Final Fantasy VII, but Final Fantasy VII did so much more with them.
The opening cutscene though is like the best one in Sonic, other than like actual story cutscenes with CG. You know, like
you mean the opening before you start the game?
Yeah, in Sonic Adventure,
it's fine. It's kind of weird and random. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Weird and random. It fits the game style perfectly. It's very cool.
It's meh.
The freaking Crush 40 vocals kick in at the perfect time to show off all the characters, and Eggman just standing on the egg carrier as it's raising in altitude.
I don't know, I guess I've just seen much better openings.
I'm saying in Sonic specifically. There's nothing...
Yeah, but like I have to compare it to everything else, because like every JRPG has something like that. Well, you can do that.
You can do that, but for Sonic specifically, it's still the best, like, anime-styled opening sequence. Because the competition is, like, SA2 doesn't really have one. It just has that, like in-game character model, like, thing with Live and Learn playing. And then Heroes... Heroes is just using a bunch of CG from the game. There's some unique to it.
There's some stuff in there. There's a CG point where they're
trees.
There's also the part where they're grinding on rails. All the characters get like unique little intros and such on the camera. There's a lot. There's enough new stuff in there. Metal Sonic can be seen in there and revealed.
I'm pretty sure the character reveals and Neo Metal Sonic's reveal are in the game, though.
No, but I mean, like, I think they do close-ups that aren't in the actual cutscenes, so it's like it's different enough. But I'm not gonna call it better than SA1's, though. I know what you're getting at, but I think there's enough uniqueness there.
And then
there's Shadow. Okay, Shadows is the best. Now that I think about that one.
You know what? You're right. I forgot about that one.
You know what? For as dumb as it is, every time I see Shadow cock a fucking M16, whatever the hell he has, I love it. It's the coolest thing ever.
And then, like, the only competition, because I don't think 06 has one. Because 06 starts the trend of having, like, a...
I think it just plays the opening cutscene if you wait at the...
Yeah.
If you wait at the screen, I think it just plays Sonic's opening.
And then Unleashed has, like, a gameplay montage if you do that same thing.
Yeah, it just plays Endless Possibility, which is... cool, but it's just a music video for gameplay.
And then it's Colors. Colors has a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Generations.
I like Colors a lot. Generations has the one with Sonic and Sonic running together. That one's pretty cool.
Sonic and Sonic's son. And then Lost World has like a really short one.
Oh, Secret Rings. Secret Rings has a dope one. It's really short, but it's awesome.
That's like a cutscene in the game, though, if we're thinking of the same thing.
I guess, but like...
Because, like, that's a cutscene
I always remember it as the opening there, so I'm going to count it there since you see it first.
I guess. I mean, you don't really see it if you press start on the title screen, though. Because I never saw it until that cutscene appears in the game.
Oh, I guess I just knew about those when I was younger. I don't know the first one I saw was.
I'm going backwards. Yay!
It always bothers me, though, when I'm playing a game and I wait at the title screen for like 2 minutes and then slowly come to realize there's not going to be an opening cutscene. And then I'm sad.
Yeah.
Even Silent Hill has one. That's a fucking horror game, and those ones are great.
This game, I sat on the title screen for so long, because I was sure they were going to use some of that trailer footage, at least.
Nope. You get to the title screen, and you hear the piano, the 10-second piano intro to I'm
and then
Here,
it
and that's
stops.
it. And it's so awkward. I hate it.
It doesn't come back
The
either.
title screen of this game is ass. It is.
Like the logo for the game is just kind of floating there awkwardly.
Yeah. Why is the early 2000s the best era for loading for logo screens or title screens? They always have the best style, even if they don't fully work out from a UI standpoint. They always feel the most experimental. Once they are just so bland, they're usually like one solid color. And I mean, everything looks fine and it all stands out properly, but there's no style. There's no fun to it.
It's because they gotta appeal to their corporate overlords.
I don't feel like I'm having a good time looking at the menu. You know?
Yeah, it's because they gotta appeal to the corporate overlords. Everything's gotta look modern, sleek, AAA.
You should look up this game called Gun Valkyrie. It's from Sega on the original Xbox. It like has everything I'm talking about. Like, everything looks stylized on it. The menu cursor is like these bolts of lightning electrocuting everything. It looks awesome as hell. And I miss stuff like that.
Yeah. That's really, like, we were talking about...
Another one of my favorites is the original Mech Assault, which has kind of standard menus, but in the background of each of the scenes, you can see the mechs in the hangar, and they look awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about in the future if Sonic Team decided to make a more stylized 3D Sonic game, which they never will at this point. Like, that's fucking real. We're really just begging for that, like, early 2000s flair to return. Like,
yeah, I like this moss section here.
Yeah, the little...
It's a nice color.
The little fucking... What's it called? The springs. It's springs.
Hot springs?
Yeah,
Onsens.
hot springs. This is where Sonic takes his first bath in the series.
You mean Labyrinth Zone?
No, that's dirty ass water. This is pristine chaos water.
Probably got a lot of sulfur in it.
This is just where all the liquid from the chaos people went.
If this were if Sega weren't cowards, they would have Sonic show up here, and he would just be like, "Huh, smells like ass."
Dude, I wish Sonic cursed. Shadow the Hedgehog's a good game. Fuck you.
Know what? I think Roger Craig Smith has a sailor mouth, and that would be a great way to differentiate his Sonic. Just saying.
Sonic characters cursing is Shadow the Hedgehog's like smallest problem.
All they had to do was not put so much emphasis on the curses, and it probably would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, Jason sounds like he's really trying to emphasize that. Damn.
Yeah. Damn. Not here. I can't fucking die here.
Remember, play that game in Japanese. I have to know if Junichi curses.
God damn it, Shadow.
Say shit.
Shadow, nani kore ga? Ore wa uchinshin kuraisuki.
You're 12.
I watch Filthy Frank, motherfucker.
It's all about, I forgot what I was going to say.
You know, this area looks pretty...
Oh my god, daisuke desu. That's what it is. That's what it's all about.
That area looks good until you just stare at the textures and realize that it's so low resolution for no reason.
Yeah, it's like Nier Automata.
God damn it. This game's
Sonic
totally different.
Had a very poorly programmed skirt. He would just be 2B. Just saying.
I am trying to get the attention of this fucking Guardian. It is not working. Also, I just noticed the volcano plume is just rotating at a really high velocity.
He almost fell in.
Nah. Earlier, I got really lucky with a rock bounce. I would have just run straight into a lava stream.
It's kind of funny watching it when you think you're gonna fly off something by running, and then Sonic, instead of flying off, just magnetizes and runs straight into the lava.
Yeah,
I did that a few times, and it looks so dumb.
From instinct of playing Sonic games for so long, you expect him not to just stick to the damn floor.
Yeah, and this game has a double jump, so you think he would run off and then he can double jump and keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
It would be great. But no, he just runs straight into the lava.
Sonic has magnet shoes. And then with the Spin Dash and Update 2, they made it to where Sonic does just ramp off everything. And because the ground is freaking made of like tiny pebbles and crap, Sonic literally ramps off of every surface, and even like just slightly sloped hills, he'll freaking ramp off of that.
Kishimoto puts just a readme in the update folders, and it just says, "This is what you wanted, huh?
Yeah,
I hope you like it now."
We saw the videos of you guys with the momentum mods flying over the level, so now you can just do that for free. Oh shit, lava! I didn't do that right. I got scared.
Hey, you at least made it. I like the lava though. I mean, it's some nice looking lava. A little bland, but you know, it gets the job done.
It's pretty. It glows. It makes Sonic's model light up. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, too bad I just started playing Tales of Arise, which came out like 2-3 years before this, and it already has so much better fire and lava textures in the first level, or in the first area.
This is what happens when Sonic just needs to be on Nintendo platforms.
Man, some of that speed you had going there almost looked like it would be almost looked as fast as Unleashed.
Almost.
I miss
you know,
those days.
actually, if you mess with the camera settings, you can get like a really low angle close camera on Sonic, and when you're boosting around, it does sort of feel like Unleashed. Because that's like the Unleashed camera. That's why that's
got to be like the fastest he actually physically moves in game. Or am I wrong?
In Unleashed, I think so. I
This
think
is like,
Generations
even
he's
ignoring
comparable.
the speedometer at the bottom, which is just wrong.
Yeah.
He moves absurdly fast in that game.
Yeah. Especially if you're doing like M speed, like that is like the speedrunning trick that lets you just launch over levels in that game.
Yeah.
Like that is actually just the fastest Sonic can move. But I think just regular boosting, I think Generations and Unleashed are pretty comparable. I think Generations just has a further out camera, which makes it appear slower.
Man, it's a good thing he just stopped shooting you when you have a single rail.
Yeah. And he gives you rails that replenish your boost.
Yep.
This guy's gonna be the goddamn thumbnail.
Unleashed speedruns look insane.
Yeah.
Just fly over everything. Generation speedruns aren't that fun to watch, though, because there's no level.
They're still fun to watch.
SA1 speedruns can be fun, but then you remember, oh yeah, this is what everyone thinks this game actually looks like.
And now they brought the spam dash back into Sonic Frontiers. And it's not as good. It's just... It's
I haven't
like...
used it yet.
It's not like as satisfying to spam the spin dash. It's more satisfying to like hold the spin dash button and then like while you're midair stomp, and you'll instantly spin dash upon touching the ground. That's what I do to freaking speedrun this game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, trying to press those buttons on the side of the wall can be irritating sometimes. Because you like actually have to move and touch them. It's not automatic.
Yeah.
And sometimes, whether or not he'll actually move can be finicky.
It's because it's a fully 3D object, and Sonic can get stuck on the edges. Mm-hmm. Fuck you, bird!
So many medals.
I already have 63. Do you think I will have enough?
Probably not. So this is why Kronos Island has the best medal requirements, because it gives you a huge boost at the start because we pre-ordered it. And I really wish they had that for every island.
We pre-ordered the game
even if it was
play
optional.
Less of it. We pre-ordered the game to play less of it.
Dude, that's how it feels sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I brought up Tales of Arise earlier, and I went to the DLC section to see what costumes were there, because yes, I have to buy the swimsuit costumes. Why do you ask? And like half the DLC items were just a bunch of bonus items to help you in the early game, or just give you instant levels. And I'm like, well, why am I even playing the game?
Yeah. What's the point?
It's egregious.
Yeah, I don't like pre-order bonuses that are just like, here, we leveled you up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd rather have stuff like this soap shoes from SA2. Where it's like, it really does not matter at all, but I feel like I got something worth it.
Are you gonna get the classic Amy in the modern skirt newsletter thing for Superstars? What do you think of that? I kind of like classic Amy with that outfit.
Yeah, it works, but
it's kind of cute.
It's like I'm gonna mostly play on her original outfit anyways.
Well, yeah. I just hope that all the other Sonic characters get that treatment for this game. Also, the Lego. I want everyone to have Lego outfits. Yeah, it would be really awesome if Superstars has like the Crash Bandicoot 4 system, where just like completing certain levels unlocks you cosmetics. Like,
well, you see, but then they can't charge you for them.
Yeah,
I played a lot of games that have a costume button in the game, but you don't get a single costume the entire game, and that's only for DLC. But it's still there.
Cringe.
Makes me wish there were more games like Lightning Returns, where you have like 80 costumes in the game, and they actually matter.
I think the God of War games kind of do that, like the first two at least. Oh yeah, Unleashed. We're at Unleashed. You guys like our game, right? It has Unleashed levels. Fuck, I missed the red ring.
I actually did like this level. I thought it was fun. Because the rails in this game
work
well enough.
Ended up being one of my favorites to speedrun. They kind of make it annoying to get all the objectives, though, but that's okay.
You didn't even need those rings.
Oh yeah, that backpack.
What level is this from Unleashed, though?
It's the the frickin' Savannah Citadel.
Oh.
When you're going around the tree in the 2D section.
Is it from the original level, or is it from one of the side levels?
Yeah, it's the original. It's the... Like, this is... They just cut out the 3D stuff. So here you're just doing the 2D.
That's like the best part of the level. Oh, well.
Yeah. They removed the egg pawns that were just sitting there. And they shortened this section up a lot.
I just want to play Unleashed.
Too bad.
Oh.
Gotta wait 5 years to get to that game.
Probably. No, we'll just get to it in this year. And just dedicate the rest of this year to Sonic games.
Oh, dear God. You're gonna have to record that and Superstars.
Well, Superstars will probably take like 3 hours at most to record, so...
Unless you... Because it was confirmed that there are gonna be like extra side acts that are character exclusive. So, you might want to play those for the playthrough.
I'll play all characters.
Okay.
It's like the thing I like most in Sonic events.
Well, it's like there's a world map similar to Generations, I think is what they said. And when you complete like a zone, you can either choose to continue onward like to the next zone, like a normal classic Sonic game, or you can go back to the world map and then you will have unlocked all the extra side acts for the characters for that zone. So you don't necessarily have to play through the zone as a certain character to get their exclusive act.
Okay.
That's what I've heard, at least. I could be wrong. Oh, so yeah, Perry just lets you float. I think we... Oh, he's stuck in the thing! Oh, I love this game.
I really do. It's fun to make fun of, but I do like it.
It is just a good game. It's a jank-ass Sonic game, but I like... You know what? I like when my Sonic games are experimental and janky, just as long as they're fun. Though I do want the next game to try to improve on this formula instead of just abandoning it for something else again.
It just sucks that they've gone backwards from the days of Lost World and Generations. It just felt like really good polished games.
Yeah, but they were also playing it safe for the most part. Lost World having a new gameplay style notwithstanding. They were still...
Yeah, but at least it works.
Yeah. It would be nice to... that's what I'm hoping pretty much for the next game, is to get an open zone Sonic game that's as polished as those games.
Yeah. This game... Thankfully learned from Lost World and didn't play it as safe.
Yeah.
So while it is just repeating a lot of stuff, it's kind of a minor part of the game.
Within the context of itself, though, it does kind of play itself, or play it safe. Like the open and world environments are just realistic locations. And the side stages, the cyberspace, are just classic Sonic stages again, you know. But like, I don't know, this does feel like a good first step, and I really cannot wait to see Frontiers 2 or whatever it's gonna be called.
Well, what I'm hoping for is that this is like Mania, and we'll have to see how Superstars does, but if Superstars is good, it could be a good hope that a follow-up to this would be as good. If Superstars can experiment a lot and get new stuff in.
Though, you know, Superstars does kind of feel like it's playing it safe in a lot of ways.
Oh, like yeah, they are no Green Hill, but the first stage is still a blatant Green Hill ripoff, which is like, it is what it is, but at least it's not called Green Hill.
Yeah. It's blue now, so it's a fan game.
I thought you mean it's the Return of Hilltop?
No, it's every Sonic fan game's first level. It's blue.
They are always blue, yeah. Thanks after the sequel.
And now, so Fallen Star actually got a sequel. It's gonna be at Sage.
I saw that. I'm surprised there's already one out. They're already making it. That's insane.
It is crazy.
I had to finish Fallen Star. I did like it.
It's quite good.
Having two separate soundtracks felt a little extra, but
as long as
they're both good, it fit it really well.
They're just emulating CD.
That actually happened to the original Quake. There are actually 3 soundtracks for that. There's the original from Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails. There's the Quake 64 soundtrack from Aubrey Hodges, who also did Doom 64, which is of a similar style to Trent Reznor, so it's very ambient and atmospheric.
Yeah.
And then Sonic Mayhem, who did the soundtrack for Quake 2 and 3, first got noticed by sending them a fan-made soundtrack for Quake 1, where he redid all the level themes to be in a metal style. And then John Romero himself personally asked him to score Quake 2 before he left.
Damn. That's dope as hell.
So, plenty of games do have different soundtracks. I guess 3D Blast is a good one too.
Yeah, but that was mainly because there was 2 completely different versions of the game. One on
Genesis. But they still play the same, and they're mostly the same game, other than special stages.
The special stages in 3D Blast Saturn, though, are like the best special stages. They're like right up there with the Mania ones.
Yeah, I was about to say Mania came out, unfortunately. CD has 2 soundtracks. I wish more games would have alternate soundtracks or something, because...
Fuck.
Well, you didn't homing attack. Because I think it adds a great way to replay it. But I can understand why you want to produce multiple soundtracks.
I kind of like...
But fuck, if the game companies started doing that as DLC, I'd probably pay for it. Cause I kind of like... You know what? If it's a genre I like, I'd enjoy the soundtrack probably.
Freedom Planet doesn't have 2 completely separate soundtracks, but they did go out of their way to make an English version and a Japanese version of the main theme.
You had a lot of trouble to get that.
Yeah, because Sonic's jumping control is terrible. Like, we've talked about this ad nauseum already. Sonic doesn't control good in these special stages.
Yeah. Freedom Planet had wanted to put a lot of focus on their Japanese version, because I think even when you load up the base English version, you can still see the title in katakana under it.
Yeah, they really they wanted to get that old school game vibe, and they kind of nailed it, to be honest. Because a lot of old school
games have that. Well, I guess the Japanese versions, but did the English versions still have the Japanese on them?
Yeah, a lot of games did that. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Okay.
But they were just harkening back. I guess it was more of a Saturn era thing, because most of the Saturn games were Japanese exclusive.
I know a lot of Sonic games will do that. The only one I can think of that's only in katakana with no English is I think the Heroes box art only has it in katakana. I could be wrong though.
Sonic Advance, the title.
Yeah, Sonic Advance does too.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 3rd game, but 1 and 2 do. I should know that off the top of my head better. I have those in Japanese. But the only reason I know the Heroes one is because in Secret Rings you can see the alternate box arts for all the games.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the one for Japanese, I was like, what the fuck is this?
And thus you became the weeb.
No, but...
I love how this level looks. By the way. Sky Sanctuary at sunset is something, if they reuse this zone more, we should see it in Sunset more often.
Yeah, at least they did try to have different lighting for some of these stages, but still.
Yeah, it's really just a stock system. Like they had the day-night cycle thing from the open zone. They just kind of used that and to make...
Is there not a Sunset version of Sky Sanctuary in Gents?
No.
Because I know that has different time of day variants for some of the stages.
I do not think... I think someone has modded that into the game.
Shoot, you know what? Why didn't they bring back Sunset Seaside Hill or have a night Planet Wisp? That'd be so cool.
Because they only had time to rip the assets for 3 stages and make a fully new one for some reason.
Well, I know there's sunset versions for Green Hill, and I know there's a night variant of Seaside Hill, which also look great. But like, I wish they did more. Or even for Rooftop Run would be cool to have different time of days.
Yeah,
I think it does in Unleashed. Does it? I know Savannah Citadel and Apatos do.
I couldn't tell you. I haven't played the side acts in Unleashed in a very long time. Because that's not what I play that game for. That game's main stages are just, like, too good.
Oh yeah, I just load up the game for 20 minutes, blitz through them, and it's like, alright, that's a day. I'm satisfied.
Yep. And I'm kind of sad that we're not going to get any more Sonic games designed like that, probably, for a long time at least, because the open zone stuff is now the focus.
Yeah, it's probably something we're also going to see with like Zelda, with the success of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. We probably won't get any traditional style, more Ocarina style Zelda games, which is probably fine because with Ocarina, every game after that was like Ocarina.
Yeah,
I don't want them to grow stale. Want it to grow stale with the Breath of the Wild or Tears style.
Yeah, I definitely foresee myself in the future craving a more traditional 3D Sonic game, like some.
I would
Zelda
love
fans.
to see I would love to see a mix of the open zone and the hubs from Adventure though, or Unleashed.
Dude, yeah, like
you can run around the city and talk with people, but still, have all your moveset kind of like,
yeah,
and, do stuff
like
so, pretty much on Mario Odyssey.
Like we were kind of talking about this, but like after this game, I kind of would like to see them forego the sort of cyberspace sort of thing, and then just have like full-fledged zones built into the open zone. Which they have some stuff like that in this game, but they could go like so much crazier with. Like basically imagine Sonic Adventures hub areas, but a little bigger, and there's no load zones between the stage, like going from the hub world to the stage. That's basically what I'm imagining. Yeah. Like something like that, I think could be a lot better, and they could have like a dynamic system where once you enter like a stage in the open zone. They could have like it dynamically be like, oh, you're in a zone now. Let's do like a quick 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then add like a timer or ring count and everything like that on the screen, and then it could still rank you.
If there's a 3, 2, 1 counter, you should be able to like press the A button to get a speed boost, and Sonic should also just run automatically. I know Morio Kishimoto can do that.
That's not conducive to open world gameplay.
I just want a Secret Ring sequel.
I mean, technically, all the like quick step sections on like Squid and stuff automatically run you forward.
Yeah, but those aren't fun.
True.
What would be cool is. So this game has a lot of ties and story to Sonic 3 and SA1, with the ties to Chaos and Angel Island and the Emeralds. Do you think a sequel to this would tie into SA2 more and continue the story of this, maybe leaking them to the Space Colony arc or Shadow's origin and the Black Arbs?
That would be sick. You know what? Have one of the open zones be like... Angel Island, and have us like rediscover like some of Gerald Robotnik's like research that he left behind there or stuff like that. Like that,
I would love to see a return to the Space Colony arc. I feel like it was never a setting very well explored.
Open zone Space Colony arc.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Dude, because like...
imagine if there was a section that was just the shadow levels.
Yeah, with like they would have that all over the place, like those gravity tubes. They'd be like all over the damn place.
Oh no, I meant from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, I mean, well, that would probably
just
work
like
too.
Have that, but like as a tiny section in there as a reference, and still have it control as badly.
No, please.
You know you'd enjoy it.
I don't need the freaking hunt for the artificial chaos to be returned to my brain. Though we will have to do that whenever we get to Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yep. You get to play it several more times.
Those are like the only 2 levels that I really hate in that game.
You should do 100% playthrough.
Maybe
where you get all the story cutscenes.
No, that would literally be the longest playthrough ever.
It would make it longer than Heroes.
It's not fucking worth it.
Hey, just think, it'll be a good time to get all the S ranks you need, and all the variations.
They're only A ranks. God. No, Squid!
Wait, shoot, Sonic 06 was the first one with S ranks. That's weird.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good thing they stayed, because they weren't that good.
I don't know why Sonic's so obsessed with impressing Sage.
He just likes to show off. This is like the most Sonic Roger Craig Smith feels in this game. Otherwise, he's just Mirage from Apex Legends.
I still don't know how I feel about his voice being so much deeper. Because even Roger himself in like that panel with all the Sonic Frontiers voice cast, even Roger himself was like, he was going through like the process of the voice director giving him direction and stuff, and he was doing his regular Sonic voice at first, and then the director was like, okay, well, we're gonna try it a little deeper, and then he does the same voice but a slightly deeper, and then they kept doing that over and over until he just says something in his regular voice, and the guy was like, yeah, that's good, that's it, and he's like, are you kidding me?
Dude, some voice actors will use that to their advantage. Billy West, the voice of Fry from Futurama, said that when he voiced Fry, he just used his standard voice so people couldn't replicate it, and they'd have to keep hiring him.
That's genius.
I feel like that's what Mike Pollock did to keep the Eggman role. He used the most unique voice he could think of so he could keep the role. Because he has to re-audition apparently every time. So
that is something that he would do, because apparently on like social media and stuff, he's really weird about like how obsessive he is over the fact that he's Eggman. Like to the point where it's a problem. Like he's actively searching Eggman on Twitter to see what people are saying about Eggman.
Dude, Yoko Taro, the creator of Nier, sometimes will do that, where he'll just start posting a bunch of cosplay of characters from Nier.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll just like on everyone he sees.
See, but it's that, but he's like rude. Mike Pollock is rude about it.
He kind of is. If he finds anything negative about Eggman, or
his
God
voice...
forbid if his voice is being used as in an AI project, he goes nuts.
Yeah. Or like if even like someone brought up how Dean Bristow was their personal favorite Eggman, and he replied to that with something like really cruel. I forget what it was, but he's a little problematic on social media, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, does Roger go around saying like telling people Jason's not Sonic anymore? It's me, baby.
No,
that'd be like that equivalent.
He's like anytime they see each other at like cons or whatever, like Roger's taking pictures with all the other Sonic voices.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I love seeing like Roger with Ben Schwartz or Jason. I don't know.
There have been a lot of Sonic voices.
Yep.
Let's get a panel with all of them together, Jaleel White included.
And whoever did the "I'm out of here" in Sonic CD.
Shoot, wasn't he talking in that game where he was like a cop?
I think so.
That arcade game.
Dude, then if we just did like...
Oh, we need the dub actor too from the OVA.
See, if we did that though, there's like so many different Sonic voices from every like language. We'd have to get a lot of people for that panel. It'd be like a 30-person panel.
Fuck, I'd go to that. That'd be cool.
I would. Wouldn't understand what half of them are saying, but that's what translators are for. Man, we've done like 5 of these this part. I just realized.
Okay,
Probably,
we still. Oh my gosh, we still got 20 minutes left.
I think there's even more cyberspace later on, so we might get done with cyberspace this part.
Are we just watching cutscenes all of next part? Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
Or did you spend like half an hour on the pinball?
Oh. This one's a lot of fun. It's a speed run. Like I'm doing the speed run right now. It's not as fun because
it doesn't look like a speed run.
Well, I mean it's slow, but like you gotta like air boost below the rails so you land right on top of them. So you retain all your speed because jumping is slow as frick. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going for the red rings. We'll see the speed run, I guess, in a minute, unless I get it in this run, which I probably will. But never mind. You know what? We'll do an extra video where I just speedrun cyberspace.
Sure, I'll watch that. Have you ever seen speedruns of Metroid 1?
You know what? I probably watched one, but for the life of me, I can't remember anything.
You wouldn't know it was a speedrun. I'll just say that.
You know, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, have I? Maybe I have. It didn't really look
There's,
like
I watched King K's video on Metroid 1, and for the entirety of the video, he just shows off speedrunner footage, and he reveals that, like, over halfway through the video, is like, I bet you couldn't even tell this was speedrun footage. I'm like, yeah, you got me there.
I remember that now, watching his video. King K, top tier YouTuber.
He's got good videos. I don't agree with some of his Sonic views, but
he likes Sonic Adventure 2, and that's good enough for me.
Well, mainly the stuff that he did with 06. Which, I mean, like, I get what he was going for. I can understand his opinions, but I disagree.
To be fair, 06 was sort of the last Sonic game in that Sonic Adventure era style, you know. What the fuck is happening?
Dude, these are so hard to aim. And sometimes, yeah, they go through, but it doesn't detect it.
Okay, I just give up on that one. See, that one counted.
That counts. What the fuck? I hate these.
You know what? They're the most unique puzzles in this game, oddly enough. Just Sonic playing basketball.
They are at least challenging, so you know what? I'll give them that. Are they different on easy mode? I'm curious.
I don't think so. I don't think easy mode changes anything but damage.
Has anyone actually played easy mode?
Probably like a 5-year-old somewhere. It's his first Sonic game. He watched the movies. He loves Sonic.
You're describing my little cousin right now.
I'm describing...
I don't think he made it to the first cyberspace stage. They could barely figure out the game. And I'm like, dude, this is why I keep letting you play the 2D games. You can't figure out the 3D ones.
Dude, I had my niece when she was really young. I had her try out Sonic Generations because I was like, I want her to be a Sonic fan. I'm freaking... I'm doing this. So I give her Generations thinking, yeah, this is like the easiest one. And she doesn't understand the concept of jumping in a platformer. Because she's that young.
Thankfully, my little cousin's already a Sonic fan. But, like, usually I have to sit there and watch him. And at a certain point, I kind of lose patience. And I'm like,
yeah,
alright, we're just going to play 2D games, because at least you can get through a few stages.
I got over my whole impatience thing because I was kind of insufferable when I was letting my niece or whoever play my video games. I was like the biggest backseat gamer, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be the biggest backseat gamer. I want to be.
I will have infinite patience if it's like a 2-player game and I'm playing it with him. Because like Lego Star Wars, I waited once for like 20 minutes for him to do a jump, but it's like with Sonic games, I lose patience.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, you should be moving faster. Give me the controller.
And you get a taste. This is how you get over here, by the way. A lot of people don't know that.
don't know if I got over here this way or not. I don't even remember.
See, in my original playthrough, I launched off some rock to get over to where Tails is right now.
This is a cool 2D section, though.
Yeah, it's alright. It's impossibly stupid on extreme mode.
Yeah.
Because down at the bottom part, there's one of those enemies that shoots at you in the background. And there's the lasers, and you can't stay still because of the guy shooting at you for too long, but the lasers kind of force you to stay still.
See, this is why I've only ever liked high difficulties for, like, boomer shooters, because it feels like those are the only games that actually are designed to play at higher difficulties.
I mean,
and are actually intentionally well designed, versus a lot of games that are just more spikes, or they hit you more.
But see,
often.
that's just a bad design. You can have challenge in a platformer without doing that kind of stuff. Just like you can have challenge in a platformer without throwing bottomless pits everywhere. Dimps.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of games only design one difficulty option and are probably just told you need more difficulty options, and then they just add something and don't test it.
You know,
I'm looking at you, Halo 2.
Now that I'm thinking about it, cyberspace, the main challenges in cyberspace comes from the fact that both Sonic controls terribly and the fact that there's no invisible walls that railroad you like the other Boost games, so you can just throw Sonic out the level. Oh, hey, look, it's the thing you wanted. Storybook style.
You know, this would already be so much better than the standard cutscenes. Because I feel like they'd have more style, I know they're hand-drawn, and like, I kind of like this.
It would have, but why are all the other flashbacks actually animated in the game engine?
Yeah.
I want this. Even though I know that they only did this because they ran out of time, probably.
You know what? Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight had a great concept. You should have brought that back more often.
Use that, please. Make another storybook game and make it Journey to the West so everyone can compare it to Goku again.
I would love one of those inspired by East Asian stories.
It'd be
that
awesome.
Would be awesome.
It's either that, like, there's only really two options for the next storybook game that'll never happen. It's either like a Journey to the West style thing, or like a Greek mythology, or something like that.
The
like
Divine Comedy by Dante.
Would that work? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Act 1, Sonic's in Hell. Act 2, Sonic's in Purgatory. Act 3, Sonic's in Heaven.
I think this is just
that would be
Sonic,
awesome.
I think this is just Sonic.exe. Dude, I
Sonic's
actually...
Inferno.
Dude, I just remembered that there's some, like, old Flash games that I used to play all the time. I don't know. Let me know if you've heard of this. It's Tails Nightmare.
I may have.
It's it's these really high quality 2D platformers where you play as Tails in like the Flash. It's like really well animated Flash styled art. And it's basically Tails is in hell and being hunted by the Tails doll.
I feel like I have, but I've seen the Tails doll in a lot of stuff, so it's hard to be fucked up.
Yep. I haven't
I've seen the Tails doll in a lot of stuff, so it can be hard to tell.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to you after this part. I was thinking about doing that for like a Halloween thing for the channel.
If you can get Flash games to work, yeah, fuck it.
Get me a Flash emulator.
Let's play Ultimate Flash Sonic.
Hell yeah, best Sonic game.
You know what? It was. When I discovered that thing, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then when I finally played Sonic Advance 2 and heard the music in that, I was like, oh,
it's Sonic.
I finally found the ice level music.
It's Sonic Flash, but real.
Dude, playing that for the first time on my GBA was a magical moment, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. See, I had the privilege of having a GBA before I discovered Flash Sonic. So
I had a GBA, but I didn't have Sonic Advance.
Flash Sonic was just terrible compared to Sonic Advance, so I couldn't play it. I never got into it.
Dude, I just had Power Rangers and shit. This Star Wars game. It was the New Droid Army. That's what it was called.
You know what?
That's all I had for GBA.
This is
I guess I also had Sonic Genesis, but I think I mostly played that on my DS.
Yeah. It's kind of back on topic of the Dimps games. How did Dimps get away with making a bunch of 2D Sonic games and never having Shadow playable?
You know, that is a good question.
He's not playable in any Dimps game. He only appears in one of them, I'm pretty sure. And it's Colors DS.
You know what? This is what Sonic Advance 4 is for.
Oh, no, wait.
He's got Shadow.
He's a boss in Generations, I forgot. But other than that, those are the only 2 appearances of Shadow in any Dimps game.
He's also in Colors somewhere. You just can't play him.
Yeah, I'm saying in Colors and in Generations, those are the only 2 appearances of Shadow in a Dimps game. Why can't I play a Shadow in Sonic Advance 2?
Sonic Superstars DLC.
I understand why he's not playable in Sonic Advance 3. It's because they'd have to make a whole bunch of new tag team stuff.
Again, this is why the fans have given us Sonic Advance 4.
True. That's just another Rush game, though, pretty much.
It's kind of, if you play as Blaze, but like that's what I like about it, is Blaze has the Rush gameplay, but then the other characters are different.
I think you're thinking of Sonic Advance revamped.
Oh,
Sonic,
is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Sonic Advance 4 is just Sonic and Shadow playable in like boost levels.
Okay, never mind then.
It's pretty much another Rush game at that point.
Okay, no, I'm thinking of Sonic Advance revamped, and
which is also really awesome. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if there are more levels yet for it, but yeah, I'm waiting.
They've
cracked. Gonna be at the next stage.
Recently, they've cracked Sonic Advance ROM hacking, so like that's gonna be a thing now. I'm very excited for that.
Ooh.
There's already a Tracker. I don't know if you know who that is. He already made a Sonic Advance 2 but good mod, where he adds level design where there used to be bottomless pits, and he adds special stage rings. So
is this supposed to be that one level from Unleashed where you drift?
Yeah,
or is it like
and this
Planet Wisp?
Yeah, no, this is the one in Unleashed, and this is the worst cyberspace stage in this game.
Yeah.
There's no platforming. You have to use the... Well, you don't have to. You can jump over them. But there's the crappy drift mechanic, which is... This is the only level it appears in.
They watched Blind Squirrel making a CU and thought, oh, hey, we can bring that back. Everyone loved that, right? Right? Yeah.
It's more so... Sonic Team's parody of Dimps, even though this game is pretty much open zone Dimps, the game.
Fuck you, Sonic Frontiers. # not my Sonic.
He's not my
Worst
Sonic.
Game ever.
You know what? Sonic Adventure 2, baby. Best game ever made. That's got Ryan Drummond. He had sex with Emmy.
Why do you keep bringing that up?
Because it's hilarious. Our next adventure awaits us. There's no time to waste.
I hope you never wanted to collab with her.
Let's blast through with Sonic speed!
Alright. Enough of that. I swear, if you bring this up in Heroes, and I'm gonna kill you.
I'm just gonna say a bunch of Sonic quotes out of context.
This is why I'm playing Heroes in Japanese.
When we get to Sonic Adventure 2, don't be surprised. Since we're going to do that in Japanese, don't be surprised if I'm just quoting every cutscene in English.
I figured you would. That's why we're playing in Japanese. We'll bring in the English lines for everyone.
Oh yeah, so
that's a pretty sky, I guess.
Squid died in slow motion, so the gear didn't spawn until way later. Yeah, that happens. I don't know if you noticed how long it took for Squid to disappear. If you kill him while you've parried him, he will die in slow motion. And you have to wait for the gear to come out of him. This is a good game. Oh, I love this song.
I forget which specific movement this is, but it's good.
I don't know how many emeralds I have. Look at the map screen for a second. Jeez.
You never look at it unless it shows up for your when you clear a thing.
Yeah.
Because apparently you're a skilled gamer and have it memorized. Ooh.
I do. I kind of routed this game a little bit because it was an open zone. I wanted to streamline it as much as I physically could.
I should have done that for a recent game I'm playing through, but we're gonna have to sit for a lot of bullshit.
Where the fuck am I going? Oh, I think I'm trying to get over to this island.
You're looking for Inferno.
Oh, I air boosted and now I'm dead. Because you can't air boost again. This game sucks.
Worst game ever. Bring back 06.
Every other boost game replenishes your stomp, double jump, and air boost when you hit a spring or a dash pad or anything. This game doesn't because it's bad.
Man, even Doom Eternal does that. Doom Eternal has better boost control than Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah. This game, there's like just a quick, like, it was one of the first codes released for this game for the modding community. One of the first codes was replenish air boost, double jump, and stomp when you collide with any object, pretty much. And it makes this game so much more fun.
I would compare this to Nier Automata, but like you only replenish the air boost when you are on the ground, so it's not really a problem. It's at least consistent.
Yeah, maybe that's why this game does that. Freaking Kishimoto played Nier.
I could believe it. It's a good ass game. Better than Forces.
He played Nier, and he was like, I want to make Sonic, Nier, Zelda, Devil May Cry, but worse for all of those things.
You joke, though. I think this is way more Nier than Zelda, personally, but everyone likes the Breath of the Wild comparison, so...
They got the fucking Koroks.
Yeah, but, like, that's it. Because, like, even the way you fill in the map is closer to Nier.
I think, in general, also, the, like, art style vibes I get from this game are closer to something like Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, where it's just gloomy, realistic environments.
With cartoon characters, which is closer to Nier Automata!
They're not cartoon characters, they're anime characters. Get it right. That's made in Japan.
I'm sorry.
Dude,
Point is, Nier Automata and Frontiers are the same game, and this is my essay.
But which is better?
Nier Automata? What kind of question is that?
I mean, I haven't played it. I don't know.
Did you expect me to say... Did you really expect me to say Sonic Frontiers?
I mean, I don't know.
I like Sonic games, but Frontiers is not better than Automata.
Do you think Frontiers 2 has the potential to be better than Automata? If they actually take all the feedback to heart and try their hardest for once.
Potentially, but I highly doubt the story would ever compare to Automata. So maybe gameplay-wise and feel, it could, because I just naturally like a Sonic movement style better.
I'm really hopeful that the next
in terms of fluid movement and combat, which is the main points of a lot of these games, a lot of the gameplay, Automata is a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really hope that since this was the best-selling 3D Sonic game since Heroes, that the next game will just be really freaking high quality, because we haven't had a really just high-quality Sonic game in a long time. A high-quality big Sonic game. You know.
I kind of want to count Lost World, but...
Lost World feels like a complete game, but it also does not feel big. You know.
I suppose.
The only big, high-quality Sonic game we have is Unleashed.
What about Gens?
Gens is not a big game. They cut the entire story out of that game because they ran out of time.
I guess. Alright, fine. We haven't had it since Unleashed, which is why Unleashed is the best game.
Generations is like a step below Unleashed. And then the next game up is fucking this game.
Yeah, for me, you asked me about Nier Automata comparisons, and like in terms of what I like more, Unleashed or SA1 would be good to compare with Nier Automata.
Why would those be good to compare? Oh, because I like
those a lot more.
Adventure 1. It's a pretty good game. I like it. Yeah, it still makes me so mad that they basically had the classic Sonic gameplay in 3D, but then they were like, nah, we'll do something
they got
different.
it first try.
What was it?
They got it first try and took it away from us.
Dude, the Sonic levels in Adventure are the closest we will probably ever get to classic Sonic in 3D.
Yep.
And that makes me very sad.
Now we're getting Nier Automata clones, and I'm okay with that.
I really, I love fan game tech demos that have momentum physics and stuff for Sonic. And those are, fun on their own right, but nothing really, I don't know what it is, but, Sonic Adventure's control is just perfect. And no one's really replicated that outside of Onset Adventure, but that's just, just a small tech demo at this point.
What are you talking about? I think Sonic Worlds has the best Sonic control ever.
You shut your mouth. It controls fine. Just very
better than this game, unfortunately.
It's true. Oh god, it's true. No, don't say that.
Time to load Sonic Worlds, baby.
Sonic Infinity Engine, come back.
Sonic Infinity Engine would be good if actually good levels were made.
If actually good levels were made, and if they still, if Sonic Team made a game with the Infinity Engine, they would at least have the foresight to have the levels, automatically track the camera for you, so you don't have to manually do that all the time.
I think the main point is if you play keyboard and mouse, you can instantly snap the camera easily with the mouse. And I think that's what it's going for.
I mean, I guess, but Infinity, it's also, for Sonic, something like Sonic Omens, which is using Infinity Engine to make a full game. Infinity Engine is just a framework. All Omens does is add levels to that. They're just kind of lazy. They didn't bother adding better mechanics other than a grapple hook.
You can't get that last medal.
I need the stupid memory tokens.
You would think if you side looped a character at least once, you'd get at least 5 or so, at least one batch.
Yeah.
Of all there you go, you got it.
Yay. No, I need one more. I need 40.
Dude, that's unfortunate.
Oh no, I only need... Why does this one need 39? What the frick is this game?
If only it were 69, I agree.
True. Man, I don't have any Chaos Emeralds. I think I got the blue one. That's the one that I got.
Did you? I wasn't paying attention. I haven't been paying attention to most of this. I'll just randomly look at the screen while we're talking, and something dumb will be happening, so I'll comment about it.
You get the blue emerald, and then you have the encounter with the Guardian, or the Titan.
Oh, yeah.
Which we did do this part. We got a lot done this part. That's
We better have this so long.
Yeah, but we still have 2 more parts of Chaos Island, so...
At least when I did this with Mega Man 2, that was for one whole game, so there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover here.
Yeah, Mega Man 2 is more interesting. Mega Man 2 better game confirmed. Oh my gosh, that's a cat.
Is this the end of the part?
I almost stepped on that cat.
No, Blaze.
They've been chilling under my desk this whole time. What the hell? He's really lucky I didn't roll this chair. That'd probably break his foot.
True. Alright, well, that's a Sonic game.